Hello. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Is anyone here? Good evening. It is Armchair Detective. No hiding place. So, guys, I want to start out tonight. I'm not going to rant and rave and go on a tirade and absolutely blow a gasket like I did last night. My son has talked to me. He's calmed me down. I've taken my medicine today. I'm good. But I just want to say I don't talk about other channels, but high parody channels and hate channels. Hello, you're doing a good job. Fantastic. Especially that good looking Braun Moxley and that beautiful grumpy granny. Boy, they're dapper. And I don't know if you guys can see or not, but I took some money from my slooper chart and I went to a very expensive clothing store and I bought this gay shirt. Happy shirt. Gay shirt, happy. It's probably one of the happiest shirts you've ever seen. I am now a man of the cloth. But guys, tonight, hello Jenny. Nice to see you in the room. I just wanted to talk about those channels I never talk about. You know, guys, you'd have to have a real boring life to sit and watch me all day long and mark down every word I say and then come on and do a parody of me or a hate channel of me. You absolutely have nothing else to do. It must be a terrible life to have that. But you take me, for instance, guys. Those guys, they're not creators. They have no content. I'm all content, no drama. My content, guys, has been the same content every day, over and over, for approximately a year and a half now. So I have content, it's just getting old. And I know everyone's going to say, we don't want justice. Poppycock. I want justice more than anyone. But I'm not going to implicate someone who, if they had the evidence against them, would be charged by now. Now, guys, I've went on and on and on and on and on about this red car. I've went on and on and on and on about how they drove 20 miles to go to a new lazy dog, when in fact, as James Bogart said on his channel, the other lazy dog was simply 9 minutes away. So it wasn't that far out of the way to go. And I just want everyone to know that Betty's car that I've talked about over and over is my content. My content is this case every day, all day. And those haters, those parody guys that have nothing else to do but sit and make a film about me. But I've been going over the microdata today, guys. And I've discovered something about that nerd, Chris Watts. Yeah, you heard me, he's a nerd. Yeah, he's got no flow. You've seen him at that Metallica concert. My computer just went nuts. Somebody want to buy me a new one? Anyway, guys, I'm all content, no drama. Even if it is the same content over and over and over. And by the way, guys, I seen it in a Facebook group today that someone who has nothing better to do than to track me has totaled up all my super chat for 1 2 hour live. And it came to over $1,000 US. Now, I wonder if I should turn that in on my taxes. Well, I guarantee I'm going to have to now because I've been reported numerous times. Because it can be checked how much you make in Super Chat. And you're not a charity. Guys, he says we're jealous of his subs, of his content. I don't know about you guys, but numbers don't matter to me. Tonight, guys, his subs were ordered to go out and get at least one person to subscribe to his channel to try to reach 44,500 subs by the end of his live. And there was one lady, she got her boyfriend's phone while he was asleep and subscribed to AD's channel. Now, I don't know if he realizes this or not, but that is not a true sub. You see what I'm saying? That's not really a subscriber to my channel. That's someone who has taken someone's phone without their permission, used their YouTube account, and subscribed to my channel when they probably don't even know what's on my channel. That's not a true subscriber. So again, numbers are being inflated. Just like my head inflates every night. Yes, I think he did. And just so everyone knows, guys, I went on a rant last night that was mind-boggling. I always talk about we don't swear on this channel. How I used the F word twice, and I also used the word twat. And then my guest that came on used the F-bomb, and I just got all over her. Yes, if your dog's subscribed, that does count, as long as your dog watches the channel. So if your dog watches the channel and he's subscribed, it does count. By the way, guys, how is each and every one of you guys doing tonight? Oh, I think he's really getting irritated by my parodies. And I believe that is because every day, I know he wants to make it through the show without mentioning me, but he can't do it. I don't know if something in his mind triggers him to think about me, or if I'm just in his mind that much. Oh, Daniel, have you been out sub hunting? Did you go to any neighbors or anybody like that get some subs for Mr. AD? Also, guys, I found a song by Metallica called Unforgiven. And I've put the micro data together, and I have learned that Chris Watts sang that song to his mother. Oh, someone gave me and Bogart a shout out on his channel. Ooh, I bet he really went off on that. Was that on tonight's live? Because I haven't watched tonight's live for all the way through yet. Does it happen towards the end? Come on, someone answer me, please. Someone answer right away, immediately. I can't wait for an answer. What's wrong with you people? You know I expect an answer immediately as soon as the word gets off my tongue. I want an answer. Thank you, Sue. So it was actually up on like his billboard screen. It came across that. If it is, I've got to watch that. That's going to be bloody hilarious. Anyway, guys, I just want you guys to know that I want to apologize to all my subs for the way I acted last night. It was very childish. I brought on a Watts lover, smoked in the car with the kids, nearly choked them to death. We all heard it. We put the micro data together. But anyway, guys, just like AD said on his channel tonight, he said, stick to the facts, and that we don't know the facts. So what we have to do is puzzle the pieces together. You see what I'm saying, guys? You can't prove the facts. The facts aren't there. There is no facts. That's right, there's no facts to this case. It's all puzzle pieces placed together by me. I'm going to put this puzzle together. If I was in a room with Rourke, I would crush him in a debate. I know all the laws. Yes, I know. He said we have to prove her innocent. He's obviously in another country besides the United States, because in the United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. And if he's going to practice U.S. law, he needs to learn U.S. law. For instance, freedom of speech, as he calls it, the Fifth Amendment. It's the First Amendment. And he said, guys, has anyone got a copy of the original Discovery? I know someone has to know what's in that, because they are retracting the hell out of it. So the guy that's bloody solved this case has never even read the Discovery, nor has a copy of it? Seriously. But yet he wants to tell his subs that he is a brilliant detective that is putting together... Ooh, someone came at me in chat tonight about you, Braun, because I commented that I love Metallica. What did they say, Alicia? I'd like to hear this. AD was playing Metallica on his show. He said he was allowed by Metallica to use it as long as they made the money for using it. Guys, did you know that I made over $1,000 in a 2-hour chat the other night? Over $1,000. His guest was a girl named Charlie. I think her real name is Jennifer Scott. She has her own channel. Yes, all he wants for Christmas is 50K subscribers. What he should have said was, he said that he wanted 44,500 subscribers because that would really piss off his haters. No, it won't piss off his haters. That's just more people he can call into Super Chat, Patreon, PayPal. Oh, I know, I heard it. Gabba thread, blah, blah, blah. That was a lovely shirt he had on tonight, wasn't it? He looked like a man of the cloth. That's what he said. He said it was a turtleneck, and he called Chris Watts a nerd. I'm starting to believe... Oh my, Alicia. You love Moxley? Really? Well, I love you too, baby. Yeah. Hello, Crystal Angel. It's better late than never. Good evening, hippie chick. How are you tonight? I'm good, thanks for asking. I just cooked banana bread. That sounds delicious. Hate to hate it. Yes, I know. It's okay. You're always welcome here, Alicia. Get the hell out of here. I've got a guest, everyone. What is it? Would you like to be a guest on my show? Ladies and gentlemen, I have a guest. It's the unicorn. She has brought another letter from prison. Yes, he looked like a thunderbird, all right. I'm going to have to watch for your messages, Daniel. What did I say? I thought I said unicorn. What did I say? I'm a little bit off my rocker. It's no telling what I said. This is the Armchair Detective. It looks like my guest has arrived. Is it really? It's icing here. It has turned to ice. I have a guest coming in the show. She's in a bikini right now. Hippie Love, where are you located? Is it Michigan? I can't remember. Yes, it has been raining all evening, and I was just informed that it has turned to ice outside. It is now icing. We're supposed to get around 3 inches of snow tonight. It would be good for me. Perhaps I can take a day off. I've been working nearly 18, 19 hours a day here lately. I haven't even taken a day off. I had to do a double day. My views have doubled, which means I'm doing twice the work, if that makes sense to you guys, because it does not make sense to me. But again, that's in the micro data. Was that suspenders? I thought it was part of his shirt. That was a lovely shirt. Why, thank you, Gabriel Thurber Relebral. Isn't that how Armchair pronounces his guest's name? He can never get them right. It looks to me, guys, that if someone was going to come on my show and donate me money, then I would at least try to pronounce their name right. And I loved when Miss Peterson gave him his $50 tonight and said she wanted to see him in that hot tomorrow. Yes, he's the real action man made by Mattel, all right. Just call me Gebel. Okay, Gebel, the rebel. Let's call Armchair Anal Canal. Guys, I just... Right. Stop saying right. Stop saying right. Stop saying guys. Stop talking to yourself during the lives. Stop talking to yourself. Shut up, now. Shut up, old man. They're gonna know you're damn crazy. It's a good thing my son talked to me today. But I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. These parody channels have really got me on the edge. I'm talking to myself. I'm answering myself when I talk to myself. I try to act like these channels don't bother me when really they are irritating the piss out of me. I just want to go tell that Braun Moxley to go piss off. And that damn grumpy granny. She's down there in Australia where they don't even know how to tell time. So I don't know what in the hell's going on around here anymore. Fucking children. Excuse my language. Hey, I'm Ate Alive. Really? Yeah, I think I seen you say that earlier. I need to watch it. Can you share the link to your channel, please? Share the link to your channel and everyone go watch Shelly K's live. Hippie Love, I never did see if you answered. Where are you from, please? Are you where it's also doing ice tonight? The weather is bloody horrible. Anyway, guys, I just want you guys to know. No, I made your live. Oh, I understand. I understand now. I thought Shelly K was saying that she had made a live, and what she meant was she had made it to my live. So, as I've already shown you, I'm a brilliant detective. I pieced that together after she told me every bit of the microdata. I'm going to say I studied it when really she had to inform me of every bit of the material of the sentence before I understood what she meant. Thank you, Erica. I appreciate it. And I love you. Oregon. My son was in Washington not long ago. He came back. I'm amazing. Thank you, Ann, if you're talking to me. Thank God we've got a spermer in the room tonight. Last night we had a plump nut in the room. She come over here because she was kicked out of AD's detective class. Oh, I can feel the love every night. Can you feel the love tonight, Alicia? Well, we had this girl in last night called Lovey. And I mean, she went freaking ballistic. She must have copied and pasted 100,000 times. Now, hold on, guys. I've got to send a link to one of my spermers. I believe we've got an incident going on. I can't tell you guys what it is. Can't tell you. But I'm taking care of it right now. See, you wouldn't even known anything about it if I hadn't said something. But that's called setting up the intrigue for my channel. So now you guys obviously think I'm doing something behind the scenes when I'm really not. I'm just sitting here looking at Pornhub. But I'm going to act like I'm doing something, and I've told you I'm doing something. So you're going to think I'm on the case when really I'm not. I am brilliant. Thank you very much. Guys, I want you to do me a favor, please. Now, I know every one of you knows somebody. So I'm going to give you a task tonight. Matter of fact, this is your job. I'm ordering you to do this. Each one of you find someone you know who isn't subscribed to my channel, and you force them, if you have to, at gunpoint, to subscribe to my channel. And even better, if they want to donate to my Patreon. That's even better, even though I have no content. Let me tell you something, guys. I have plenty of content. And my content is given to me by one of the biggest content donators in the history of YouTube. Now, they keep saying that the hate channels are going to be banned. Right? Quit saying right. Stop saying right. What? Stop saying right. Okay, leave me alone. Anyway, guys, this I want you to know. Okay, you gotta listen to this. This is very important. I want each one of you to make someone subscribe, and then I want you to make 2 people donate to my Patreon. Isn't that a good deal? And if you do that, oh, he's very rattled, Crystal Angel. He is so rattled. I expect him to go off the gauge any day now and possibly attack his computer in front of all of us. I'm really worried about his laptop. No, my dollar tier. I don't have tiers, and it's not sold out. And if it did sell out, I would just up the amount you could have in the dollar, because I wouldn't be greedy like that. You see, anybody who sells out all of their $1 Patreons are just being greedy. And you know that he does so much with his channel. Yeah, I'm just a bloke with a phone, Carol. I'm just a bloke with a phone. That's all I am. I bought this lovely shirt at a store called East End tonight. This shirt cost me $400. Hey, but who gives a shit? It's not my money. It's your guys. Right? If anybody wants to donate me a laptop, I want a MacBook. Because I want something that matches up with my phone so I can edit my damn videos. Lex said he made $20,000 this year off YouTube. I would not doubt that one bit, Anna. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. He made I think it was $1,069 in YouTube chat that lasted 2 hours the other night. So guys, when I came on tonight, I think I had 462 subscribers. Now I know that's not a lot to AD, but that means the absolute world to me. It really does. I shit you not. It means so much to me. So let's try to have 500 before this live ends. Can someone, you guys know I'm not going to do any work. That's what my spammers are for. And before I do anything, I'm going to ask one of you guys to do it. So if somebody would check and see what my sub count is right now. And what we're going to try to do, guys, this is a little joke to piss all those haters off. I know this is going to bloody piss them off, man. This is going to be hilarious. Not really. He really thinks that that's going to piss us off. No, that's not what pisses us off. What pisses us off is you use the same case every day of your life for the last year and a half, making money off of it after the family has asked you to stop. So you don't have content, sir. You don't. I have content because you give me my content. I do parodies. And you are bloody wonderful to parody. You know, you said I make money every time I put Armchair Detective in the name of my titles. If you're a brilliant detective, you would know that you would have to have 1,000 subscribers to monetize, right? You know that, AD, right? Okay, so I have 462. So tell me this. How am I making money if I'm not monetized? Right? I'm not. Now, if guys want to donate to my Patreon, that's completely up to them. I'm not asking them to. It is there if they want to. I have PayPal also. That is completely up to them. And whatever money I make is going to be used for my channel. It's not going to be much, of course. You know what I mean. So, I want to get me a backdrop. I'm going to get me a nice row of crooked books. And then I'm going to make fun of everybody in the world, even the people that donate to me. Pretty much, probably call them stupid right to their face, talk down to them. Let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys would pay someone to talk to you like a dog and treat you like no worse than a turd laying in the backyard that a dog from down the street came over and pooped out into your yard because they didn't want to poop in their own yard. Not many of us, right? Well, somehow he's got a supposedly 43,000. Oh no, it's 44,000 right now, right? And another thing, guys. Somebody asked him tonight in chat, and I thought it was hilarious. He said, "You've got 44,000 subscribers, but you only have 600 people in chat every night." Now that does make sense, doesn't it, guys? You think he would have a lot more than that. Thank you so much, Anna. My daughter, she's getting really aggravated with me because when I go to Walmart, places like that, I don't know if everybody here knows what Walmart is. It's mainly like a large super center where they basically sell everything you can imagine. There's a video saying otherwise. What's their video saying otherwise of? But anyway, guys, he's on benefits. If he's on benefits, he really shouldn't be making this money. But they don't know he's making this money if he's on benefits. I don't know how it works in the UK. I'm not from there. I don't practice law there like he practices here. Dum da da dum da da dum 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 da da dum. I think someone said earlier that he gets some of his loyal subscribers to come in and donate through Super Chat, and then he rejects it. And then you know what happens when someone donates? Well, then that makes you want to donate because you can't look like you're the only guy that didn't donate in the room, correct? Right. Oh yeah, he said tonight that Shirley Ann was going to be on Saturday, and that he's really upset because Shirley Ann told him she couldn't come on and do any interviews. However, she's been on Crystal K and Scott Rice. But he did say, and you guys know it's the truth, she's nervous about coming on his channel because he will ask all the probing questions. So AD wants to probe Sherilyn Cato. Oh, I know, Lady Luckin. We was talking about that just a few minutes ago. He made $1,069 in 2 hours live. Guys, I'm going to have to take these glasses off and go back into my normal character because they are making my head hurt. Is that okay with you guys if we go out of character? All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Those glasses were honestly giving me a headache when I was staring at the computer screen. Oh, I know, $1,069 for 2 hours. And it's not even work. He just sits there and pretty much talks to his subs like total shit. And they take it, and then they donate more. He's like, "Oh, you son of a bitches, you haven't gave enough tonight. Give more! Give more!" And it doesn't piss us off that you have subs. I'm happy for you, bro. Good. Hallelujah. Amen, brother. But, Jesus. Bronze, I don't believe he does. You're out of character now. You don't have the bag. I know. I don't have the bag. Yeah, I need to start doing something to make the bags under my eyes a little bit bigger. I probably really do actually have bags under my eyes tonight because I didn't get much sleep last night. I haven't been sleeping good here lately. Did anybody check out the Glenn Rogers documentary on YouTube? I know somebody. Oh yeah, he did say earlier he was a preacher. That was hilarious. Yeah, I think he leaves his Crystal. I think he leaves his glasses foggy like that on purpose because someone discovered he was playing poker when he was supposed to be listening to his subs, and so he leaves them foggy. So he knows. All right, Sarah. How are you tonight? Thanks for sperming for me. Appreciate that. That helps me a lot. It's really hard to like talk and do the show and also try to keep the the crazy comments like. But I've only banned two people, and that's the God's honest truth. Um, Michael Shaw was one because he just wouldn't shut up, and then the girl last night, Lovey. And if anybody was in here last night when she was in here, you know why. I mean, she was just freaking, oh my gosh, she just would not shut up. And she was just copy and paste and copy and paste. And I was like, I tried to talk to her. We was all nice to her. We tried to love on her and see who is the real Colin Brady. Yeah, see, that's the difference between me and him, guys, is I don't get wound up. His numbers don't bother me. The fact that he makes all that money don't bother me. What bothers me is he's going to get somebody that could possibly be innocent of any crime at all. And he's possibly could get that person hurt or killed. And, if you make $1,000 a night, more power to you. That's great. But don't come on every night and say you're not making anything and you need your rent paid and just stuff like that. It's not. Hello, Lex. I've been watching your videos and I love them. And by the way, Lex, AD did say on one of his shows that one of these girls is saying I'm their father. And I thought that was hilarious. You just parodied me? Oh my God, really? I've got a hate channel like AD does? Actually, I'm one of your subscribers, Lex, just so you know. And is it Kalia or Kalia? I don't know which one it is. Anyway, you can't tell me right. But I think that's awesome. You know what? Hate is just wrong. My friend's son just died. He never said anything bad about anyone. Okay? That's really, I don't think I really say anything hateful about anyone, really. I just do parodies of AD. Yep, your daddy. That was so funny. He's like, I just got to let you guys know that I'm not that girl's father. Hey, thanks for joining us, Lex. Glad to see you here. I was actually portraying AD there a minute ago, but my glasses were giving me a headache and I had to take them off. Oh, I know it. Can anybody please, if you know one person, I've got 52 people in the room right now. And if each one of you would go out and get somebody to subscribe, I would have 52 more subscribers tonight. Can you do that? Dieter is in an orange jumpsuit. Oh, it's hilarious. I think the parody I did Friday night, I don't know if you've watched it. It's where he's reading the letter from the prisoner, supposedly, and he's enamored with how prisoners talk, like a cat out on the range. And I parodied it right after he done that, and I thought that was one of my best ones I've done right. Quit saying right. Quit saying right. Stop talking to yourself. Leave me alone. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Somebody was talking to me. Which one? Me reading the prisoner's letter, Kels? Oh, last night was a major, major shitstorm. It went freaking nuts. I mean, and you know, I'll tell you this: the video he had last night of the that he could prove the red car was a different car than Betty's, and then he supposedly showed the headlights going left. You know what I'm talking about? That girl that was his guest last night, she has a channel called Jennifer Scott. She has had that video up on her channel for 4 months now. I watched it when she first put it up. So if you go check out her channel, which I'm not telling you to, and I'm not telling you not to, but if you do, um, your brother did time with who? Oh yeah, I love James Bogart. His channel is that's what gets me is AD says that the debunking him is creating the fact that there's going to be people that's guilty of being an accomplice go. No, it's going to let innocent people, if they haven't done anything, remain innocent. That's what debunking something would be. If he's implicating someone and James is debunking that, well, I don't know if it was a red truck or a red car. I wasn't there. I don't know. And that's just my point. I don't know. I wasn't there. Um, I seen that James had a new one tonight. I haven't got to watch it yet. I'm actually going to watch it after I get off here. Yeah, I seen that. He's saying that Shanann was hauled away in the red car. Now, if that's the case, now if Shanann was hauled off in the red car, hello Diane, how are you? If Shanann was hauled off in the red car, and if the red car was parked where they're saying it was parked, then that means that Chris's doorbell camera caught that. Now, even if Chris deleted that footage from his phone, Ring Doorbell is going to have a backup to that video somewhere. And I think like it's they keep stuff for like a year just in case anything like this happens. Well, I will say this. I watched a Forensic Files one time, and there was a eyewitness, and they wrote a sworn affidavit that there was a red truck. And what happened was, um, it wasn't. They actually went and got some footage from one of the stores on the strip that the truck was talking about. And what had happened was the eyewitness had seen a white truck that brake lights had hit. Now, I'm not saying that that's what the case is for this supposed car in the driveway. What I'm saying is it absolutely is possible that brake lights could have hit a white car and made it look red. That's all I'm saying. It did happen on Forensic Files. I watched it. I watched how it was done, and I watched the video and the sworn affidavit that somebody swore as an eyewitness that they seen a red truck, and it was actually a white truck with red brake lights hitting it. Did somebody say somebody needs kicked out? haven't been watching chat, so so just so everybody knows, I'm not saying that the car that's in question, I'm not saying that it's not red, and I'm not saying that it is red. I'm saying that a lot of times things don't look as they appear. Oh yeah, I watched it last night too. She was doing good till she read her letter. Thank you, Sarah. We got a damn troll in the room sitting there trying to aggravate us while we're having our discussion. Damn trolls. All they want to do is come in here and aggravate us. Well, thank you, my sassy. Glad to have you. My sassy, just so you know, I love true crime. I love it. I haven't been doing much of it lately. I like comedy, obviously, and then I do my parodies. So, just so everyone knows, it's a little bit of a mix. Actually, on my description, I'm under entertainment, and I actually have true crime and parodies. So, just so everybody knows. Of course, if I do just suddenly up and disappear, AED says all channels that do parodies will be getting banned off you. He said that YouTube has promised him they will be banned. Yeah, we're glad to have you, Shelly. Welcome. Shelly K, welcome to the group. We're not a group that if you say something that's not agreed with, we're not going to scowl you down and belittle you in front of the whole room, and we're not going to not acknowledge you because you didn't super chat me. I talk to everybody. Sometimes I get behind on the comments. Everybody knows that. But for the most part, I try to make an effort to answer. And even like my written comments, I try my best to respond to each one of those comments, even if it's just liking or loving the comment. If I don't respond, I am saying it's becoming a little bit harder because I'm getting more subscribers and more subscribers, so it is getting harder. And the 8 hours I'm at work, I'm not allowed to have my phone except on break, which is only an hour total of the day. So it didn't give me much time. It just seems like there's always something going on. I mean, you guys know how life is. It's always something to. And JoJo, I used to enjoy watching AD as well. And then I seen right through him. I mean, every night it was the same old thing. YouTube's only paying me 78 cents. I need this and I need that, and the conspiracy theories, and he lies, and then it'll be on tape that he's lied. Like he's saying now, I've never said I worked for MI5. Yes, he has. It's on freaking tape. Right. There's a video, and I'm pretty sure it's on James Bogart's channel, but I'm not 100% positive. But there's a video on one of these channels, and what it does, it places like a car in the same spot of the car in question, the red car. Okay? And then it transitions it from nighttime to daylight. And you can see when it does that the car is not on that little gravel drive. Has anybody else seen that video I was just talking about? They've placed a car in that spot, and then they transition it from nighttime to daylight. Right. Stop saying right. Leave me alone. I'm not sure, Kelly. I think that's on James Bogart's channel, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Carolina girl said it's James' channel. And I mean, it is very, that is the one that, if there was one video that would make me think that that car was not in that gravel driveway, it would be that video, and it's for that reason, because it actually, I guess CGI, they place a car CGI in the video, and then transition from nighttime to daylight, and you can see that the car is over too far to be in that gravel drive of Chris Watts. Yeah, there's lots of channels that have debunked a lot. A lot of his stuff is just, it's unbelievable, and I just don't see how his subs cannot see right through that. And I mean, they're to the point of like worshiping him. They're like, "AD, you're so smart. You know more than the FBI knows. They should have gave this case to you." And just all this unbelievable stuff. It's like, do you guys really think that way? Are y'all just kidding, or are you serious? And I'm sitting here thinking, Jesus, I'm the light bearer, Carolina girl. 90 corner for you. No one puts. Oh, and by the way, guys, Jessie Black, she's one of my mods. She's feeling down, so if you get a chance, send her a message and tell her you hope she gets better. She's not feeling too good. She hasn't been on the past couple nights. She messaged me today and says she hasn't been feeling very well at all. And also the case I talked about last night, about the woman's brother being murdered. It's in UK. I messaged her today, and she didn't message me back. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. She's a night shift nurse in another country, so waiting to hear back from her. Yeah, Jessie's a good person. She was a moderator right from the beginning, and she's been nothing but loyal. You couldn't ask for a better person to be. Now, no offense, Sarah J. I mean, you're good too. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, Jessie's she's just a decent person all the way around. Jessie Black. She's a good girl. We've got Diane Hughes in the room tonight. Does everybody know Diane? Her name is What Do You See? If anyone doesn't know who she is the Shadow Woman, and she's the real Shadow Woman. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm really looking forward to getting started. It's like we're at this point where I don't know if you guys feel like this, but to me it's like, where do we start? You know what I mean? I wanted to start tonight, and then something happened today, and I didn't get home till late, and I didn't get home till almost 9 o'clock here Eastern time, so I didn't get on till late. And yeah, but everybody give Diane a shout out. She's the real lady that found the shadows, even though Cockbreath over there in England has claimed them since January. You're 49ers and you're a Carolina girl? What? Well, we're loving you, Shelly Kay. We're glad to have you here. And believe it or not, regardless of what AD and his minions think, we are all for justice in this case. It's what we want more than anything. But at the same time, I think I can speak for everyone. I might not be able to, but I can speak for myself. And myself is, in this country, you're innocent until proven guilty. And NK has not even been arrested. She's not even been charged with a crime. And I don't have all the evidence that the FBI have. And even though AD thinks he has more than the FBI, he obviously doesn't. I just think that we should let the, you know, something I thought about the other day, guys, and you tell me if you guys agree with me on this. Do you think AD and his group could possibly be hurting this case? For instance, if they really are investigating NK and Jim with all he's doing, do you think that if there is an investigation behind the scenes, and there could be, and then again, there could not be, but if there, let's just say for a minute, there is an investigation, do you guys think his channel could be affecting that investigation negatively? I thought about that the other day. I mean, the FBI might be thinking, would you please shut up? Oh, really? I didn't know anybody else had said that. Right, correct, Shelly K. I agree with that completely. That's, the police, they have the authority and they have the jurisdiction, something that AD doesn't have, but yet he's convinced all of his subs that he does have. He's convinced them that he has jurisdiction in Colorado to open and close cases as he chooses. Yeah, I agree with that too. Some people say they want AD taken down, but I take him for what he's worth. He's a lot of comedy to me. I'm not going to lie about that. He gives me a lot of laughs. Yeah, if you put a comment up that he doesn't agree with Carol, he'll wipe it, and he's liable to scold you right in front of everyone. Yeah, Kels, you got a very good point. Um, Grumpy Granny, she was making a joke about it, but and I mean I do make parodies and jokes about it too. But at the same time, what Grumpy Granny said, she said, "How long is it going to be till one of these ladies AD talks to every night and he gets them worked up, and they put their knitting down and they pick up a weapon and take it into their own hands, and then they're going to think." Hey, AD, look at me. Look at what I done. There was no justice, so I made the justice. Vigilante justice. And whoever ends up doing it'll probably be like, AD's got my back. He'll get me out. And he'll be like, well, I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, my money ain't going to defend you. Blah, blah, blah. And that's all just speculation right there on my part. But it's the truth. It could happen. Somebody could think I'm going to be the hero. AD made the comment the other night, and to a certain degree, this is true. If someone kills Chris Watts in prison, they will be labeled a hero in prison. That's how things work in prison. They have their own rules. They have their own government. They have their own economy. If you don't believe me, ask anybody who's been in jail. In jail, you trade ramen noodles and stuff like that for other things you need. So they have their own economy. They have their own language. So, whoever does kill Chris Watts in prison will be looked at as like a hero. So if AD keeps pumping these people up and pumping these people up, oh, there's no justice here, there's no justice here. And finally somebody says, well, you know what, there is no justice, but I'm going to make justice. And then they take it into their own hands. Just like tonight. He's trying his best. Now, we all know he makes up a lot of crap, but he was saying tonight that he was going to get the GPS coordinates of actually where NK is right now. Now, that's dangerous. It's none of his business where she is. Oh, yeah. And you know, I was saying they have their own economy, their own language, and all that stuff. Just like in prison, legitimate inmates, and when I say legitimate inmates, I mean inmates that don't have a sex crime against a child, or you know something that they need, you know, solidarity from. Like Chris Watts is in confinement because he can't be put in general population. If you have a prisoner that's not in there for some reason like that, you know, they don't like inmates that hurt children. They don't like inmates that hurt women. Anything that we as a society look down upon, like we look down upon child killers, child rapists, stuff like that. Yeah, like Jeffrey Dahmer. It's a very good point right there. They will get their own justice, and they'll be regarded highly in prison, and that's just the way it works. Yeah, if he gets into general population, he's dead. That's for sure. You know, Joan, that comment you just made, the big party the day someone takes Watts out. To me, and this is just my opinion, I think it would be better, like for us, if Watts doesn't get killed. Because if he gets killed, his life's over and everything's done with. He no longer. If he lives and he has to spend the next 40, 50, 60 years of his life in prison, that's a lot worse punishment than if somebody just offs him. And that's just my opinion. I, in my, what I want for him is I hope he doesn't get killed. I hope he spends all those years in prison.
Look outside.
I did. It'll be all right in the morning. Yeah. I'll holler at you in a minute.
Alright.
Oh. Right. No, Wendy, I'm not talking about NK being dead. I'm talking about somebody said, you know, Watts will get killed in general population. I wasn't talking about NK getting killed. I was talking about if somebody kills Chris Watts, it'll be more of a punishment if he spends the next so many years in prison rather than just be killed. Because if they kill him, then it's just over. There's no more suffering for him. He needs to suffer for what he's done to his wife and his two little beautiful girls. I mean, how could a man. Now, I mean, I've been mad. I've been married and I've been mad at my wife. And I could see getting mad at her. I don't know if I've ever been mad enough to kill her. But there's a difference in probably killing your wife than killing your two beautiful little girls, in my opinion. Um, I mean, those little girls that he played with every day of his life, of their life. And you know, the one little girl sung, "Daddy is my hero." I mean, it just, I can't understand it, guys. I cannot understand it. Yeah, it really was. It was terrible. I mean, how you could hurt your two little beautiful girls and he had two beautiful little girls, and he had a little boy on the way. He had the perfect life, and over a what he wants us to believe was a 6 week affair, he he destroyed that. That's what he done is he destroyed that. He destroyed their lives. He destroyed the Rusak's lives. Um, I would say he destroyed his lives, but he brought that on himself. He deserves that because he did that. You know, his actions is what prompted this whole thing. So, but to me, I hope he doesn't get killed. I hope he lives another 60 years in prison, and I hope they put him in one of the roughest prisons in the country, and that he has to survive in one of the roughest prisons in the country. That he doesn't die, and that he has to deal with the plum garbage that you have to put up with in prison. And he's going to have to wake up every day and realize, I killed my two beautiful girls. I killed my beautiful wife. That's the reason I'm here. I can't believe I done this. I mean, what was he thinking that day when he was doing that? What was he thinking when he thought, I'm going to do this and probably get away with it? And for him to be guilty and then go down there and take that polygraph was even more stupid. I just don't get it, guys. I guess I just don't think like he does. I guess that's all I can say. Oh, yeah, just like Shanann's dad said. They looked up to him to protect and love them, not hurt and kill them. Which, beautiful butterfly, is exactly why I hope he lives 60 more years in prison. Oh, no need to be sorry. You can say what you want to here. That's exactly what he was thinking of. Yeah, he was definitely a sheep in wolf's clothing. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, captain of my soul. That's a good point. Yeah, Shelly K, I agree with that too. I even said in one of my other videos in my life, I have a 13-year-old daughter, and I've been with some women that was a really good time. But it was never a good enough time for me to harm one hair on her head, ever. I don't know. That could be a very good point, Wendy Johnson. But at the same time, um, I was in jail one time in my life for 62 days on a contempt of court charge. And I had never been in jail in my life. And just your freedom being taken away is a hard adjustment to make. Especially when you're used to get up and going to work every day and living a normal life, and then one day you find yourself in jail and you've never been there before. Talk about a wake-up call. Well, let's just say I never got in trouble again. I must have missed it, Captain. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I see it now. I'm sorry. I didn't see your comment at first. I'm trying to talk and also try to read the comments too, so sometimes I miss them. I'm sorry about that. Um, Whatever happened, I want justice, but you know, you gotta think AD and his group would put her in prison tonight with no trial whatsoever. And in England, that's what we left when we built this country. And I need a twin. Who could be my twin, Sue? Why do I need a twin for? Just curious. No, I don't think AD's going to prison. He might, but not that I know of. He'll probably get himself there somehow. I tell you what, guys, when you get on here and do a live like this, it's unbelievable how fast time passes. Yeah, she is easy to hate because she's the other woman, and people hate her because, and I think it's because her being the other woman, they think, well, if it wasn't for her, this wouldn't have happened. But we'll never know that. There could have been, some people say, oh, it was the perfect storm. But what if there was another girl that also made the perfect storm? I mean, we'll just never know if, had it not been for NK, if it would have happened. We'll never know that. Oh, yeah, so you're right. I need one to read the comments and one to talk. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow, especially this time of night. I'm getting a little bit tired. I apologize, but I'm slow all day long, but I'm slower when I get tired. So, and I'm getting old too. So, I don't know if y'all heard my story last night. My memory used to be so good when I was in my 20s, and now in my 40s, it's gotten pretty bad. And knowing what it's like to have a good memory and now not having such a great memory, it's just terrible. Because I always think, man, I used to remember everything, and now I can't hardly remember anything. I got to make little notes to myself all the time and everything. I'm still a baby. I don't know. I'm probably a lot over. I'm 43 years old. And how old are you, beautiful butterfly? I know you're not supposed to ask a lady her age, but if you don't mind, you don't have to answer. You're 43 too, Carolina girl. Seems like there's a lot of people 43 anymore. Yep, that's definitely a good number. 36, that's a good age. 1:30 p.m. at the moment, but I forget where I put the notes. I haven't got that, Anna, but I'd say it's probably coming. Forget where I'm going to put my notes eventually. I'd say that's probably going to happen soon. Live abuse free is wonderful. Yes, it is. If you're in an abusive relationship, get out. Don't. Well, happy birthday, Kale. Welcome to the 42. I just got out of 42. Just turned 64. Gavel the Rebel. Um, 43 is still considered young. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't feel old. My memory's not as good as it used to be, but other than that, I guess I'm all right. A lot of people say I don't look 43, but I don't know. Yeah, I have done that, Anna. Got to a room and forgot what I went in there for. Yeah, I'm 51. Had an abusive relationship for over 20 years. I'm now happily remarried. Ooh, young 70. You are young. That is. You know what they say? 70's the new 60. I don't know. I thought you were in your mid 30s. You have good genes. Yeah, to be honest with you, my mom is 83 years old. She was 40 when I was born, so she was older. And my dad was even older than that. He's passed on now. But my mom, she's 83 and she fell not long ago and broke her hip. And they had her up walking the same day. And this has just been a few weeks ago now. And she's already walking without her walker. She's off her cane and everything. And they said, who is it? Who's my visitor? AD's here. Oh my God. I'm scared shitless. Oh my God, AD. I'm so sorry. I've been making parodies of you. You aren't going to beat me up, are you? I got an idea. How about you give me some super chat? Since you're here. You made enough tonight. You could give me a little bit. How about that? No, don't block him. Let's keep him in here. I want to talk to him. I want to ask him some probing questions. Let me ask you something, AD. Is it true you're not really that brilliant a detective? You're kind of like a jackass. Is that true? Yes or no? Okay. Let me put my glasses on so I can read your comments there, AD. Well, it looks like I've got a hater in the room. Welcome. Obviously, there's no place for you to hide here. It is armchair versus armpit. I've waited a long time for this. Hey, like I said, I'm not really, everybody go tell your neighbor. Armchair Detective's in my room. He's going to confront me. So, AD, the other night I asked Maureen if I could come on your live, and I never got an answer. Why wouldn't you want me on your live? Something no one has seen before. Okay. Well, the only problem with that is we hear that every day. And since you're here, you made plenty tonight. Why don't you give me some super chat? Why don't you join my Patreon? Oh, that's right. You said I didn't need Patreon. I'm also serious too. Well, I've got an insider right now. Hello, Tommy. Hello, Governor of the Penitentiary. Hello, Colorado Bureau of Investigation. They're here, AD. They want to talk to you. Somebody said it's not really him. God, I can take a deep breath now. I was scared to death. It's not really you, AD. Who are you? What do you want? I'm a detective. I will find out. My name is Investigator Moxley. Prove it's not me? How about you prove it is you? You're in my channel now, bud. You're on my turf. Make you? What is this, kindergarten? How old are you, like 65? You want me to make you? I know you stay in your lane. I hear that every day. I stay in my lane too. My lane's parodies. Your name's making up a bunch of fake crap so people sub to your channel and donate to Super Chat. That's your lane. Yeah, it's not AD, guys. We've got a hoser and a poser in the house. Yeah, AD, what is your lane? The slow lane? Yeah, you totally took over Diane's lane, didn't you? AD, what did you have in your suitcase that you lost? No, he wouldn't have the "my lane is the truth and getting to the bottom of this case." My hats. Well, do you have the jurisdiction and the authority to get to the bottom of the case, AD? Anna, that would be funny, wouldn't it? You have an insider that's breaking? What's he breaking from? Yeah, we've had enough insiders. We need an outsider now. Somebody who's on the outside looking in. And you're going to get in trouble. Yeah, it's not him, guys. He wouldn't visit a height channel. This is a racism channel. parody accounts are going to be removed. Not up to me, though. That's up to YouTube. Well, we'll see about that. I heard they're going to remove you. That's just what I'm hearing, but I don't know. That's what YouTube promised me, but that's up to YouTube. They said you're stinking up the joint. Well, of course, he's crazy. Shelly K. I might pin a jingle. Okay, AD, did you get your 44,500 subscribers tonight that you wanted to get before you went off the air? Yeah, that's a good point, hippie. If you're such a good detective, how in the hell did you lose your suitcase? May have caught ligma. What's ligma? Yeah, what is ligma? I think that's like stigma with an L. Mike Brown, where you been hiding, man? Thought you'd left us. We've got Armchair Detective in the room, guys. You see, guys, I've got content. I told you I've got content. My channel's so good that AD comes here after his lives. You love my channel? I figured you did. You stay in your lane. Yeah, I have two ADs. Wow, look how important I am. I've got two armchair detectives. Get back to your lane. I'm in my lane now. I don't know. I'd say I know who the two ADs are if I had to guess. Oh, I bet I know I can guess. let me see. Your initials are probably ZB and MC. Am I right? Am I right? I'm always right. Yeah, about time to ignore them. I'll beat anyone in poker. I was famous for playing poker once upon a time. Yeah, we know it ain't. We know it ain't the real ADs. These ADs have a sense of humor. The other AD can't take a joke at all. What, you win it? Did you say you win at getting poked? Is that what you said? Is that why they call you all in, Van? Yeah, Cadle. I thought it was funny tonight when he was talking about Cadle being on his show. She went on Critical K and Scott Reich. He was tore up about that. He can't stand the fact that uh, somebody gets to something before he does. Well, go fix you a cup. The other night you fixed the cup and drunk it straight down. Even held the cup around the side of it where it'd be steaming hot. Yeah, he's definitely fake. The real AD has no sense of humor whatsoever, and he's on the close of busting a gasket. Lex Kalia, we need your advice. Which one of these is your dad? We need to know immediately. We need the microdata. We're going to have to take some DNA data. Yeah, where are they all? Armchair Detective. Yeah, guys, how lucky are we? We've got 2 armchairs in our chat. How freaking lucky are we? Holy shit, man. Nah, you didn't miss a lot. Hello, Brandy, how are you? No, you didn't miss a lot. We've just got 2 fake armchair detectives in here trying to get us to believe they're the real armchair detective. Yeah, neither one of them donated. That's loose and super annoying. Here's 20 slooper chat. Who are y'all talking about JoJo donating? Is she the one that donates all her money to Armchair? That's my Ruthie. She donates all the time. Yeah, with two ADs, well, definitely. I know why there's two AD. I've got PayPal. Um, but I know why we have two ADs. One to solve the case, and one to collect super chat. There's my PayPal AD. Um, Make me a donation with super chat. Yeah, he said on there tonight that she's afraid to come on his show because he'll ask her some very probing questions. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do, Welsh lady. Flippin' heck. Oh, why don't you go jog on somewhere? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, she was what he called a self published author, which, in his opinion, was not considered an author at all. An author. Now that he wants her on his show, she is an author. We know you stole What Do You See's research. And we also know that you're not the real AD. But we do know you steal research all the time. And another reason I know it's not the real AD, you're actually telling the truth. So, see how good of a detective I am? Bring on the super chat. Okay, if you're the real AD and you can prove it, prove it. Flippin' heck, man. And if you can't prove it, jog on. I'll tell you why AD doesn't like Cadle, and it's because she wrote the book and he didn't. Right, correct. That's why he wrote that letter he read the other night in to Chris Watts. He was trying to establish communication back then because he was wanting to write a book. Cadle is as fake as purple chips in a casino. Well, I don't go to casinos, so I don't know how fake purple chips are. The only way I can prove it is if you give me a schlooper chat. How about you give me a schlooper chat? Is what channel the channel that bashes AD's channel? No, we don't do any bashing here. I do parodies of AD, and then we talk about pretty much any subject we all agree on. I put both ADs in timeout. Oh, Glenn Rogers and Green. Oh, Grandma, this is my channel. I'm Braun Moxley. How are you tonight? Yeah, that Glenn Rogers was a character. He actually took me to get my first paycheck when I was 14 years old and worked in tobacco. Glenn Rogers took me and my best friend to pick up our paychecks. And I still remember the night we all sat on the back porch and Glenn Rogers cried his eyes out over what was soon to be his ex-wife. And it was right after the time that he went and started working for the local county fairs and started doing murdering women all across the country. No, I know Michael Shaw. He's banned out of the channel because he come in here running his mouth, so we put him out. I did see that Maureen got some love from OAD the other night for coming in here being respectful and defending AD. I seen that. Way to go, Mo. So he said he wouldn't have you on though because you cuss too much. Are you asking me that, Grandma Ducky? Who got put in timeout? No, you're welcome here, Grandma. Even if you watch AD's channel, we actually welcome everybody, and even if you have a differing opinion than we do, you're still welcome here. And the only way we ban anyone out of the room is if they're just causing utter chaos and things like that. So you're perfectly welcome here. Yeah, I think the proof's here that it's an open door policy on my channel. You don't have to think exactly like me to be here. That would make a boring world. If I did, Diane, it's because I was trying to put the two fake ADs out, so I might have accidentally clicked on your name. So I apologize. If I did do that, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, and that's the truth. Here we go again. Yeah. Diane, if I did that, I really apologize. I'm not sure what question you're talking about, Carol. I must have missed it. Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Now I know exactly what you're talking about. It took me a minute to catch on what you was talking about. Grandma Ducky, I do true crime, and then I also do parodies of Armchair Detective. Which by parodies, what he does in a live one night, I'll just put on my glasses I made and pretty much kind of copy his show with a lot of humor added to it. But yes, I really love true crime. On any subject, Grandma. Um, in some other channels, well, I appreciate that, Chase. That's pretty good, actually. AD. Thank you, Sarah. No, Grandma, I just mean, just in general, if we have differences of opinions, just for example, let's say, just as an example, if you thought NK was an accomplice in the Watts case, and I didn't think that NK was an accomplice in the Watts case, we can disagree here, and we can have a discussion, and we don't have to hate each other or throw each other out of the room or anything like that. We can actually, talk about it. You present your evidence to me on why you would think she is an accomplice, and I would present my evidence to you as to why I didn't think she was an accomplice. Now, I'm not saying I don't think she was an accomplice. I'm just using that as an example so that we can have differences of opinions. Well, PI Queen, that's usually the way it works. If you hang out with Braun Moxley, you get banned. Yes, correct, Grandma. Exactly. Grandma Ducky, that's exactly what I mean. And for instance, if there's a certain case you'd like to talk about, um, pretty much everybody here likes true crime. Um, and if we don't know about the case, we got Google and YouTube at our fingertips. It wouldn't take but a day or two to, brush up on it. Well, I don't even know who TP is. I mean, I think I know who that stands for, but I don't know. If they want to do this to me, they're barking up the wrong tree, because I'm going to welcome them in, and until they aggravate the piss out of me or one of you guys, they're welcome to stay. Yeah, I thought that's who it was. I just wasn't for sure. On the Watts case, Grandma? Um, my opinion on the Watts case is, I think rather directly or indirectly, NK played a major part in what happened that night. Um, I don't know if she was there or not. Um, there's some evidence that seems to point that she was there, but then I think that if she was there, that the FBI would have enough evidence and information that they would have enough to build a case, and they could be building a case behind the scenes. I don't know that. Um, I do know that a lot of things are strange about the case. For instance, her phone pinging in Frederick that one morning by itself, the only morning ever, the morning of the murders. Her not clocking in that morning, them talking on the phone 111 minutes the night before Shanann got home, her telling Chris to pawn Shanann's wedding ring when she was just supposedly still just missing. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I want to think, just in my mind, that she was involved, but at the same time, I think if she was involved, the FBI would have enough evidence to at least have taken it to a grand jury by now. Now, on the other hand, I've also thought perhaps where NK came forward, rather quickly when she found out that Chris was being questioned and was going to do a polygraph test. It's almost, to me, like she came forward to kind of be like, I'm not involved in this case. I'm going to be your biggest witness. And maybe she said, I'm going to give you all guys all this information, but I want immunity. And perhaps part of the immunity deal is the immunity deal wasn't released to the public. I don't know. It's a complicated case. There's a lot to it that I don't think we see. There's a lot to it that we do see. It's almost like it's right in front of our face, but at the same time, it's foggy. Um, so I don't know. To be honest, at one point I thought, yeah, for sure, I for sure thought she was in on it, and now it's just I think that if she didn't get an immunity ticket from the FBI or the CBI, it's I don't know, but I do believe even if she wasn't there and physically played a part in the murders or even the destruction of evidence after the murders had taken place, I do believe indirectly she might have said, you need to take care of this, Chris. The only first we had left that we could have together was me giving you a son. And now, if she has this son, then our last chance for us having our first is gone. And there'll never be a first for us. So, um, and he might have took that to the point where, oh my God, if I don't do something about that, then I'm going to lose this woman, the only woman that's ever pursued me, um, the only woman that's ever let me be me, the woman that has sex with me 5 times a day. He was just like one of them cartoons where the cartoon character can't see because his eyes have gotten so big and hit the floor. It's almost like he was in that state. But I don't know. I'm really confused on this. Yeah, I agree, Lori. I always like true crime. I always usually watch like Oxygen Channel, Investigation Discovery. I've seen every episode of Forensic Files ever made. I always loved that stuff. And then one night I was on YouTube. I always knew like if you wanted to fix your car or just wanted to see an old clip that you remember from when you was a kid, you could go on YouTube and you could look it up. And so I knew you could do that stuff on YouTube. Well, just one night I was just kind of surfing around on YouTube and I found the Watts case. And I started watching the body cam footage that night without even knowing what had happened. I didn't know the whole story. I just pretty much started watching it when Coonrod showed up and was talking to Nicole Atkinson. And the case had already been solved. I started watching probably in maybe January or February. So, it just really hooked me. I just really liked that case. And not like the case, that's the wrong words to use. The case really just intrigued me. It was interesting. Yeah, I agree with that. Jen Inkle, I guess is your name. When you first get in a relationship, everything's always good. The sex is great. You will go out of your way to do, like when you first meet somebody, and if they ask you to get up out of bed to get them something, oh, honey, of course I'll get up and do that. And then, 5 years later, when you're married, you ask them if they'll get up out of bed to go get you something. They're like, screw you, get up and go get it your damn self. You know what I mean? It's just the new has wore off the relationship. But just like Jen said up there, the sex was, they obviously had good chemistry together if they were having sex 5 times a day. That's just a given. They had to. You can't have sex with someone 5 times a day and not have good chemistry with them. That's just impossible. Um, and I think CW was hooked on her, and I think as well she was hooked on him sexually at the moment. But like Jen said earlier, I think once the sex fizzled out, pretty much the relationship would have been gone. Because if she's already, if this is a 6 week relationship, and he's already having to talk her off a ledge, like for instance, all our last chance to have our only first together was me giving you a son. And they're already starting to talk about stuff like this 6 weeks into the relationship. And he's already decided that he's going to kill his wife of 8 years. And he's going to kill his 2 beautiful daughters over a 6 week, just intense affair is just bizarre. And had he just stopped and thought, let it go for a while, I don't know what would have happened. I don't think, none of us will ever know what would have happened if this was the case or if that was the case. Yeah, I seen that hippie love after the ledge thing. They cut the sex down from 5 times to 4. Big break there, right? Yeah, the sex really calmed down after that happened. It went from 5 times a day to 4 times a day, so they really toned it down. Well, guys, I've been on 2 hours, and I have to get up early and go to work tomorrow. So she would have gotten sick of making all the decisions since he was incapable. I agree with that too. Yeah, he needed somebody to make his decisions for him. He couldn't make them himself. To be honest, my opinion, um, him and Shanann were kind of like polar opposites, in my opinion. He wore a mask, so we'll never really know who probably the real Chris Watts was. But the Chris Watts that he portrayed himself to be as the husband, um, that guy, and thanks, Armchair. Love your show too. Not. Um, but thanks for loving my show. I know you really do. Um, oh, yeah, I agree with that too. And, it just, I can't think how he thinks. I just can't do it. Everybody, look at that right there. Armchair Detective, no hiding place. See you, Braun. Love your show. You seen it here first, guys. Go tell your friends. Go get your neighbors to subscribe. Get your uncles. Steal your boyfriend's phone. Subscribe from his account, even though that's really not a subscriber, because they'll never watch the channel. You're only subscribing from somebody's phone. Creators giving views for others. Yep. All right, guys. It's been 2 hours. I've got to work tomorrow. I hope you all have a great night. And I'll be on live tomorrow night, probably around 8 o'clock if everything goes okay. And if not, it might be a little bit later, but I will be on. And I guess till tomorrow night, I'll see you guys later, and have a good night. Take care, guys. Bye.